Welcome back to Lock and Reload Unloaded. So, one of my guests and one of my good friends is Go Fast, Shoot Smart. And check out his channel. He just I posted his first video for him because I had all the crap here. Anyway, go check out his channel. Anyways, it's coming. Oh my God, it's coming. And what I'm talking about, I live in Wisconsin. Wisconsin has a proposal for Wisconsin CCW, Concealed Carry Weapons Permit, or Carry Concealed Weapon, however you want to say it. Anyway, first off, a little bit of history on Wisconsin. Our prior governor, Jim Dandy Flippin' Doyle. Outstandingly one of the biggest pieces of and hunks of shit that I've ever seen in my life. Basically 2005, 2006, the bill for concealed carry was put on his desk. Unfortunately, he quite literally took the bill that looked a lot like this in paper form and just flipped it out the window. Pretty sure, and I think it landed on his vice governor or lieutenant governor's car. I think he had a convertible and it got the bills all over his car. Anyway, I don't know. Anyway, Wisconsin, because of him, we do not have concealed carry. Wisconsin is one of two states that does not have concealed carry. Can you guess the second one? No? I'll give you a hint. Barack Obama's from one of the major cities there. Yep, that's right, I'm talking Illinois. Because that anti-gunner I think he has pull in Illinois, and that's why they can't have concealed carry. That being said, I was reading the news today, and it looks like their concealed carry bill has been brought up as well. Anyway, Wisconsin in the past and currently has open carry. There are very, very much mixed feelings on open carry. I personally open carry because I don't have concealed carry. It is considered a shall law, so basically it's your constitutional right to open carry. There is no permits, there is no background check, there is nothing. That is good and bad all at the same time. But for the most part, most people from Wisconsin are good. It's just the people from Illinois that are coming up here that's in some of our cities is giving our state kind of a bad name in some of our bigger cities like Milwaukee, Madison, and anyway, so some of the pros of open carry in Wisconsin. Open carry is a good potential crime deterrent, and what I mean by potential crime deterrent is the intimidation factor. If somebody were to be in a convenience store and the said guy that was robbing the store saw a civilian with a sidearm, that could potentially be a crime deterrent. That being said, that also could be at his demise too. The cons. In a criminal sticky situation, that said robber from the prior scenario is robbing the gas station. And he had maybe one, maybe two accomplices. And that second accomplice, while the first guy is holding up the clerk, goes around the store in a potential hostage situation. And he sees you, that is the open carrier, open carrying a sidearm. Guess what? You're the first one that's going to get a bullet in your head. That is a major con. That is the life or death situation. Another con. Most people in Wisconsin that open carry, not all, I mean there's a good chunk of them that have very good amount of firearms experience. But there are a lot of them, a lot of people that open carry that don't have any experience. Generally the people with white gloves that walk around don't have a whole lot of experience until they become friends with me, and then they've got a little bit more experience. Anyway, another con. Also, it draws unwanted attention. And what I mean by unwanted attention, positive or negative. Positive being, you got a guy that comes up to you, dude, you're open carrying, aren't you? Yep. What kind of gun is that? It's a Smith & Wesson M&P. Oh. What caliber? 9mm. Oh. Really? It's not really none of his business anyway. I don't really care for that. I get that a lot. Negative. Is that a gun? And then you say yes, and then they blow up at you because they're ignorant and have no idea what the laws are. It is what it is. Those are my cons, and the only reason I open carry is because it's the only thing I can do. I'd rather open carry with a loaded firearm in Wisconsin versus living in California where you can open carry, you just can't have a magazine and a gun. So I think they should start making customized holsters for rocks, because that'll do about the same amount of damage. Anyway, what are your thoughts on open carry?
I pretty much agree with what you have to say. I mean, open carry is a good idea if you're going to follow the etiquette that goes along with it. I mean, don't walk around and make it obvious that you're carrying. Just walk around and go about your normal business. And if you feel it's necessary to draw attention to yourself, then I don't believe you should be able to have a firearm in any situation. Cons to it, like you said, someone wants to rob a convenience store, they see you're armed, you're a prime target. Another con is if you're open carrying and someone decides that they're going to start drawing attention to you, starts drawing a crowd, then cops get called because people don't know the law, and that's a big waste of your time. So you're just trying to sit there and enjoy your lunch, and some lady doesn't know the law, so she calls the cops, and then you have to sit there while you're getting harassed by cops because this lady didn't know the law, called, and they have to send cops out anyways, even though it is legal, because the cops still have to investigate the situation.
Right.
And say this lady feels bothered by it and doesn't want to remove herself from the situation, could you possibly get a disorderly conduct because someone felt bothered for it? Good chance, but then you can turn around and fight it, and chances are if you fight it, you're going to win because it is your constitutional right. It is your right in the state of Wisconsin to be able to open carry.
Which, oh, just on a side note, I got a really nasty comment about this one time. Yes, I smoke in my videos, because I'm a smoker, it's what I do. Anyways, for the guy who commented on that, that's all I gotta say. Yeah, that's right, I did it on YouTube. I just flipped the bird. I love my First Amendment right to freedom of speech. Anyways, moving on. So, CCW in Wisconsin, late last week, the concealed carry proposal was brought to our new governor, Scott Walker, which, by the way, Scott Walker is very pro-gun. He is also very much backed by the NRA. Scott Walker, it landed on Scott Walker's desk, I believe, last Thursday. And it was brought to the committee and legislation Friday. There's a couple of pieces of news here locally in Wisconsin that showed that. There was a couple of mixed feelings on it. There was a former law officer or police officer that is very, very for it and says that it will help out Wisconsin as far as dropping our crime rate. I mean, in the small town of Neenah that I live in, we don't have high crime rate, but we do have crime, and I guarantee you the crime rate will fall.
The crime is kind of divided throughout the city, though. I mean, there's one side of the city where you're more apt to finding a higher crime rate, then there's the other side of the city where it's not as high.
Like, for instance, my side of town. I don't live in necessarily a shady side of town, but there are stupid people. The gas station has been probably broken into just this year alone twice. is weird what they stole anyway. But anyway, and that has nothing to do with concealed carry, just it happened at 2 o'clock at night. Anyway, then it was brought to legislation and the committee. Also, they have two different proposals. The first one, their first one that they're considering is constitutional right to carry. It's good and bad. I am not for the constitutional carry. Yes, it's good because it's your constitutional right to carry, but I don't believe not everybody deserves to carry a weapon of any sort, whether it be deer hunting, concealed carry, open carry. There are some people I wouldn't trust with a potato gun that doesn't have any propellant. There are some people that I wouldn't trust with my neighbor's cat. It is what it is. And they could be totally law-abiding citizens according to their record, but they could have some skeletons in the closet, be a serial killer, or...
This is Lock and Reload with Go Fast, Shoot Smart with Wisconsin CCW. Stay tuned for part 2. Later.